pain just continues to happen. It continues to happen over and over and over again, and I have no idea when the hell it's going to end. Welcome back to TTP Sports, everyone. And before we get into tonight's Flyers recap over the New Jersey Devils, the most important thing you can do is hit that sub button. I will greatly appreciate that. We just got over 400 subscribers, and I'm thankful for everyone that has hit that sub button. So, if you're a new viewer to the channel, definitely recommend hitting that sub button for all the latest Philadelphia sports, news, recaps, and events. And if you are a current subscriber of the channel, I'm grateful for you being here that long. Also think you're crazy at the same time, like I am for what I did today. And looking forward to, seeing it continue to move forward. Let's continue to grow it, get it over the 500 subs now, and moving on from there. So getting into the business tonight. I know this recap's a little bit later than normally, because I know usually do recaps like directly after the game ends, but I attended this game in New Jersey. Newark, New Jersey, Prudential Center. Nice arena, definitely. Nicknamed The Rock. Nice arena, definitely a nice place to go watch hockey. But you know what I watched today? Utter shit. As the Flyers lose their 10th game in a row to the New Jersey Devils by a score of 3-0. Yeah, on the Flyers side, not much to talk about because the Flyers didn't show up at all today besides Carter Hart. That's all I could say. There really wasn't much energy, I would say. I think there was a stat. Even going into, late way into the third period, the Flyers had no high danger chances at all throughout that entire game until, the late stages of the third period. I think their best chance during this entire game was when Travis Sanheim broke the defense and able to get in for that, little breakaway in the third period, but basically nothing else happened there. Maybe a deflection here or there, but nothing really. It was all easy for Mackenzie Blackwood tonight against the Philadelphia Flyers. And, great game to, be in attendance for. Got a nice little rally towel to celebrate the Devils' third jersey reveal. Got a couple of towels here. One white, and if this is not upside down, this is upside down. One black. Both say jersey on it. Nice little souvenir there. Commemorate the first, alternate jersey game they've worn this year. But yeah, besides the game, food was good. I'm really trying to avoid talking about the game because there was nothing to talk about. It was just bad. They were just bad. The Devils were just all over them the entire game. The Flyers were not able to move through the neutral zone. They were not able to sustain any offensive pressure. What the hell else is new? No offensive zone pressure. Can't break out. Can't get out of your own damn zone. Devils possess it in your zone for periods and periods of time. What else is new? It's the same goddamn shit every game. But surprisingly, the first period was scoreless. I was very surprised about that. The Flyers did get a couple of power plays in this game. They had one in the second period, and they had they had actually two power plays in the second period. But really, the Devils had three power plays today. They managed to score on one of those. But surprisingly, first period, no score really. Like I said, Flyers really didn't have that many chances. Well, dangerous chances, I think that should be the description. They had chances. None of them dangerous. All easy. All easy for Mackenzie Blackwood. Shots on goal in that first period, 11-9 in favor of Jersey. And, the second period was just much worse. The Devils were way the better team. I would even say they were the better team in the first period. Yeah, the Flyers had their moments, but really just nothing there. When they got one shot on net, the puck would immediately go out of the zone, and they really did not maintain any type of pressure at all. That was basically the entire night, until they tried, mount that, okay, boys, we're down 2-0 with 5 minutes left in the game. Let's try to mount our comeback right now. That type of bullshit. But, yeah, first period, no score, going into that second period, and basically the Devils started their thing early. Okay, the Flyers got a couple of chances early in the period, but going back into the Flyers zone, going on the left side, Sanheim falls down, a little bit of a puck scramble. On the left side of the net, Nico Hischier throws it over to the right side, and it's Jesper Bratt who snipes one past Carter Hart, and that's definitely a goal Carter Hart needs to stop, but Carter Hart was not the issue once again in this game. Yeah, that is a goal he will definitely want back, but he is far from the goddamn issue. I feel bad for this goddamn kid. Hopefully they do not run this guy into the ground. So, 1-0 Devils. And then the Flyers take a penalty halfway through this period. Devils go on the power play. They struggle to get it out of the zone. The one unit stays out there for way too long. Devils possess for a long period of time. And you got Mercer wide open in front of the net. Just no one in the crease. He's able to be there by himself. You get a shot from the point from Smith. Deflects off Mercer's stick and behind Carter Hart. Makes it 2-0. The Devils actually made it 3-0 in this period. But the Flyers challenged on this play. It was ruled offside. The goal got overturned, and that was basically that. The Devils had a lot of dangerous opportunities throughout this period as well, but thankfully Carter Hart was there. Even in the first period, too, when the Devils had their one power play, I think it was off Jack Hughes on a shot that Carter Hart robbed them on. And there was also a lot of plethora of chances for the Devils in this game that Carter Hart had to come up big for saves. Even going into the third period as well, I think it was either at the beginning of the period or halfway through the period. I forget who took this shot specifically for New Jersey, because we were sitting at, we were in the first level where the Flyers shot twice in the corner, I would say, more towards the corner. Like, not right at the end side, like more towards the corner going into center ice. So we weren't really able to see much of the other side of the ice just because it was so far away. And kind of with the Devils jerseys, the colors, kind of blend in a little bit. So I really wasn't able to tell who took the shot from the Devils, but Carter Hart made the initial save. But then you started, like, from my standpoint, I wasn't able to see what actually happened, but I saw Devils fans start to rise up a little bit. I was just like, oh man, Hart made the save, but the puck probably just trickled by him and into the net. It actually did do that, but when you see the replay, the puck trickled by him slowly through the crease, and it landed and stopped right on the red line. I was just like, wow, and Provorov was able to get the puck out of the zone to prevent that goal from happening. And then the Flyers, they tried their usual, 5 minute left in the period comeback. They pull the goalie with around, I think it was like 3.5 minutes left in this game. They had some offensive pressure. They just weren't able to get anything by Blackwood. I think the most dangerous chances in this period was that one Sanheim chance where he broke through the defense, and I think it was a one-timer from Claude Giroux to Sean Couturier that Blackwood was able to make a skate save on that shot. I think those were really the only dangerous chances the Flyers had in this entire game. Nothing else was just, power play. Yandel had a shot from the point, but really no one in front of Blackwood. He saw the puck the entire way. And just every shot they took this entire game, he just saw. There just wasn't any, people going into the dirty areas. They weren't fishing for rebounds. They were just, passing up shots that they probably should take. Yandel did that during this game as well. Atkinson did that as well during this game. And the Flyers were just losing so many puck battles throughout the entire process as well. They just looked bad. This team just, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, I'm stuttering so much because I don't even know how to describe the mess that they are at this point. It's just a complete unwashable mess. They're a bad hockey team. They are a bad hockey team, and it sucks that it's come to this. It really has. And it's only December, 9th now? Well, now it's December 9th. Yesterday, technically the game was December 8th, but you know what I mean. But, yeah, it just sucks that it's come to this. Now in December, and I know the Flyers, this is 10-game losing streak. We had another 10-game losing streak, 2017, 2018. Oh, we had a 10-game losing streak that year. We made the playoffs, blah, 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 blah. Oh, yeah, but also we had a 10-game winning streak one year, the year previous, and we missed the playoffs. So I'm not betting on this team getting any better as the stretch goes along, because this team just looks dead in the rug. They just do. They look lifeless. They look like they don't want to play out there. They're lacking heart, ironically. But not Carter Hart. He's not lacking heart. He's literally the only one trying to do shit, and also Claude Giroux as well. Claude Giroux is trying to do everything possible for this team, but time and time again, the team comes up and fails, sadly. But, yeah, just overall, a bad hockey game. It was just a bad hockey game by the Philadelphia Flyers, and it was just really, really bad. The Devils, McLeod, they got an empty netter with 30 seconds left in the game, and that's when we left because we had to go catch our train. We were basically checking throughout the third period. Okay, what's the earliest train we could possibly get on when this game ends? I think one was 9:30, then it was 9:50 or something like that. So the game, it was 30 seconds left. I think it was around I would say maybe quarter after 9, maybe just around 9:30, we just left and booked it for the train station, and we got our train fairly early, and we got home way earlier than we expected. So I was honestly expecting to be home closer to 1 a.m. putting this recap up, but hey, it's 12 a.m. right now, and now I'm recording this video of a very bad hockey game. Just bad. And at this point, I don't even think there is a chance to fix this. And as I'm looking at the stats right now, so shots on goal, 27 shots in favor of the Devils to 25 for the Flyers. The Flyers won faceoff 67.8%. It did not look like that throughout the entire game from where I was sitting. I was like, man, they lose so many of the important faceoffs. It did not look like they were winning every single goddamn thing. On the power play, Flyers go 0 for 2. What else is new? And the Devils go 1 for 3 on their power play. Physical game, 21 hits to 20 in favor of the Devils. Flyers blocked a lot of shots, hence why they were in their zone so much. Giveaways, 10-7 in favor of the Flyers. Bad game. Bad game. 10-game losing streak. Another epitome of embarrassment this team has been through over the past decade. And I think that adds, even though this is the spark in the new decade, still, same old Flyers hockey, I guess, at this point. And who knows what the hell is going to change. I have no idea what's going to happen. Because at this point, I'm just lost for answers. I'm lost for words. I'm lost for thoughts on how you even fix this thing. Honestly, I don't even think this thing is fixable. Just because if you look around the division in the Metropolitan, just because there's so many good teams in this division is one of the toughest in hockey. So you got the Washington Capitals. They have 38 points in first place. Flyers are separated them by 18 points. Rangers got 37 points, 17 points separation from the Flyers. Hurricanes, they have 35 points, 15 points separation from the Flyers. And yeah, there is a drop-off from the Hurricanes to the Penguins. The Penguins only have 29 points. That's 9 points separation from the Flyers. Blue Jackets have a 6-point separation. Devils have a 5. And the Flyers are only separated between 3 points from the Islanders, who are in last place, who are just right now as pitiful as the Flyers. But the Islanders actually got their first win after losing their long losing streak. But now it's the Flyers who have, I think, the longest losing streak so far in the NHL currently. So, yeah, they're really treading water right here. I don't see a way out of it. I don't know how the fuck they're going to fix it. And I think it was on the TNT pregame show where they were just going to start it. Well, the show did start, but then they started this whole thing. Honestly, you thought it was a skit at first, but it actually wasn't, because this actually happened. So Rick Tocchet was in his chair, like, as they were getting ready to start the show, but then he gets a phone call. He has to leave the studio to talk on the phone. And as the show starts, they're like, okay, Rick Tocchet was here, but then he had to go answer a phone call. He then comes back. You got Bissonnette chirping him. You got basically the entire table chirping him. And basically, oh, was that the Flyers calling or something like that? I'm surprised you're still here. Why are you not in Philadelphia coaching that team? It's just like, and then Rick Tocchet made a BS excuse saying, oh, it was a sous chef. It has nothing to do with it, any breaking news or anything like that. You know, that was a load of BS at that point. You know, it's to where there's so many rumors tying right now that the Flyers are looking to hire Tocchet as a head coach, or the next head coach of this team for the time being. I think right now that's just, right now, one of the worst kept secrets. I think it's eventually going to happen. I don't think they're going to, last this entire thing with Mike Yeo as the head coach. It's not nothing against Mike Yeo. I just don't think they're going to remain with him as the head coach for the rest of the season. But I just think at this point there's no fixing anything, because this team is just bad. They're not a good hockey team. I don't see this team getting any type of spark, because everyone is just playing bad. Besides maybe a couple of people. Claude Giroux is still their best player, which is a problem. Carter Hart's doing everything that he possibly can to, win them games at this point. But I just don't see an end to it. I just don't see a fix. I'm looking at their upcoming schedule right now, too. I just don't see any confidence that they can win a game. Their schedule upcoming, you got Vegas on Friday. I can see them getting pummeled by Vegas with the way they're playing. Arizona, that's even questionable as well with the way they're playing. Arizona is a putrid team, worse than the Flyers, but with the way the Flyers are playing, I can see Arizona beating them. And the way the Flyers are struggling to score goals, they struggled to score goals the first time they played Arizona. Imagine with this losing streak now, with playing Arizona now. The rest of their schedule, they're playing the Devils again next week at home. Can't imagine them beating the Devils again or even playing even better. They play Montreal on the road next week. Montreal is also another bad team in this division. Who knows what the hell's going to happen there. Ottawa, they're another bad team, but they're also a team that has a lot of youth and a lot of talent. So I feel like in that point, teams with better talent just beat the Flyers regardless of how good or bad they are. They play Washington before Christmas. They play Pittsburgh before Christmas. Then they have their Christmas break. Washington and Pittsburgh, I can see those games as losses. Seattle coming out of the Christmas break on the road at home. I don't know. San Jose, I don't know. I just can't tell you on the schedule where I can just confidently say the Flyers are finally going to break that streak. I just can't. I can't say it for Vegas. I surprisingly just can't say it for Arizona. I can't say it for any of these teams because of the way they're playing right now. It's so goddamn bad. It's so goddamn unwatchable. I just don't know. I don't know. I don't know how you fix this. I don't even know if this is fixable, regardless of what coach is behind the bench. Because at the end of the day, I don't think Alain Vigneault was part of the problem, but I don't think he was all of the problem. Because at the end of the day, teams are going to blame the coach first. But then you have to look at the players on the ice. Yeah, there's a lot of players on this team that's been through head coach, and I'm not blaming Claude Giroux because it's not Claude Giroux's fault, because people want to bring up, Claude Giroux's been through 6 head coaches in this goddamn league. So have many other players. I'm not comparing him to Alex Ovechkin, but Alex Ovechkin has also been through 6 coaches in his career. It's not Claude Giroux being the problem. It's the entire team being the problem. Some of these players that are on this team are not as good as we thought they were. And that's just reality. And I don't know how you fix this, because you're getting closer and closer. Honestly, you're tanking without the tank at this point. And I have no idea how this team fixes it, but I don't have the answers. I just don't. We're all frustrated at this point, and I just don't see it getting any better at this point. So I think that's where it's going to end it right now. So what are your thoughts on this game, everyone? What are your thoughts on this pitiful losing streak, the embarrassing parts of it? All of those opinions and thoughts down in the comment section below. As always, I'll be always glad to listen to those. Also, don't forget to drop a like on this video. Also, don't forget to check out the Panel Lines, which I'm a part of. The links are down in the description below. Also, don't forget to check out the links to BrodesMedia, the Florida Pod merch website, and also Flyers Nitty Gritty. And also, like I said at the beginning of the video, the most important thing you can do is hit that sub button. I'll greatly appreciate that, and I will see you next time.